Okay, I'm out here at Summerhill Village, job 23916. It's in Issaquah up on the Highlands. We've done work out here before. We've done some asphalt, we've done some striping. The last job I did out here for McPherson was to paint the red curb out here. It used to be painted yellow at one point, and it's been painted red over the top. Okay. I want to show you what the prep was for the red painted curb and how much there was previously on the contract I got. We had 16 hours of curb prep for the curbs, and then there was 2,480 feet of red painted curb. Then there was 30 of the 4-inch no parking fire lane stencils on the curb. Okay. So here's a map of Summerhill Village. There's an adjacent property. Actually, it's on both sides here, but as you come into this main entrance of Summerhill Village, you'll see that it turns left and it turns right. If you go to the right, it'll circle around and bring you right back out here again. You can also go up the hill, and then you can drive to your left at the T, and that's where the property line ends, because this over here is called Laguna or something like that. This is part of their property, so this is a different property, not Summerhill Village. As well as you go up the top of the hill and you run up the hill, there's a wood fence, cedar wood fence, that creates the boundary of this property. If you go past the gate right here and past that wood fence, then you're on this Laguna property as well. That's the other part of this property. So, in the black is your boundary. Okay, I've given the footage for the red curb painting and the fire lane stencils. There's also going to be yellow painted speed bumps in here. There's a little bit of white striping, not a lot, a little bit. I need to give a price for crack fill, seal coat, and striping, as well as any asphalt repairs. So we're going to walk this property starting from up in this area and then make our way around. Actually, we're going to drive down here because I got to park down in this area. But we'll end up walking counterclockwise through the property, looking for asphalt repairs, curb repairs, and then coming up here on the hill and then ending at this location. All right. I would say condition of the asphalt, it's pretty good condition. It's been seal coated before. And I'm just going to show you a little bit outside the window here. You can see it's been a while since it was seal coated because a lot of it has faded away. Looks like it was used by hand squeegee on a majority of this. Okay. There will be some power washing in here to do, but I don't think it's going to be a lot. I think one day of power washing in here will probably take care of what needs to be done. So on this property for striping, there's 73 parking stalls, 3 ADA symbols. There is about 120 feet of white painted crosshatch. There is 60 feet of 24-inch crosswalk bars. There are 60 feet of white painted speed bumps. And then on the yellow speed bumps, I gotta look and see. And I believe there is 80 feet of yellow painted speed bumps. I've already given you the red painted curb, so we're gonna walk this property, and like I said, we're gonna make our way around and look for all the repairs. So I'm down here at the main entrance, and as you come into the entrance and you take a left, you'll see over to your left a different area, which is called, I said it wrong, it's Langara. This area, I'm starting to sound like Dan. Right, Dan? Dan would probably say that says lingerie. Anyways, just kidding, Dan. This area right here is part of Langara, and that goes up the hill and then to the left. But as you go up the hill, you'll see at the back of the property, as soon as you go up to the T, up at the top of the hill, once you take a right, that's part of the property that goes all the way around and then down here and then does a full circle all the way around. That's Summerhill Village. Okay, you can see the asphalt doesn't look too bad as far as cleanliness. It won't be hard to clean. This is an easier prep job for seal coating. So to do this, we'll still have to do it in phases. And I would imagine, it could be done in two days, but I think it's going to have to be done in 3 phases. So we'll probably have to do the east portion of the job, and then leave access to get around the west side, and then we could do like the back of the property, and then we'll do the west side and up the hill on the 3rd phase, more than likely. So you're looking at a day of power washing, 3 days of seal coating, and then a day for a striping crew to come in and stripe everything. Crack fill looks to be about 2,500 feet of crack fill. As I drove around the property, it's probably about 2,500 feet. Asphalt repairs. We're going to start here at the entrance. We'll talk about mobilizations and stuff after we look at all the repairs here for the asphalt. As you come in here to the entrance, you've got this area that's all cracked. This area right here, it doesn't look horrible, but then you've got this area down here that looks really bad. So we might be able to crack fill some of this area. We'll get this crack filled. It looks like once there was a crack that was right here, and then since then they've had some other cracks involved here. We'll crack fill this area, and we'll crack fill over here at the entrance. We'll crack fill this as well, but right here I think we should replace this area. Okay, so this is going to be one big long rectangular patch, and we're going to try to go just to the inside of that sewer lid, and then on this we're going to go probably just to, we'll probably go right to the outside of this catch basin. So if I was to draw a picture here, it's going to be a big rectangular patch at an angle from this island going over to the curb. All right, so we'll get just to the left side of this catch basin, and then we'll probably get just to the left side of that sewer lid. So this area right here is going to be 16 feet wide, going right from the sewer lid here. We'll probably hug it just a little bit here, and we're going to go at an angle this way to do this repair. It'll all be at an angle. Okay, so that was 16 feet wide from over here. So where my fingers are at, that's about how wide it is. So 16 feet by 40 feet coming at an angle. You've got 2 little 4-inch iron caps here. You got a catch basin here, and then just to the right, you're going to have that saw cut line right near that sewer lid. Okay, 40 feet by 16. So that'll be number 1 repair. 3-inch depth. Okay, a little bit of crack fill in here, some white speed bumps. Got some crack fill that's down the main center line through the property. So this is the majority of what the crack fill is going to be. It's just really down the middle. That's about it. You'll see that there's yellow no parking fire lane stencils, but we don't need to stripe those. We only need to do the white that's on the curbing. Okay, so now as you come into the entrance and you take a right, you come by the first set of houses here, the first unit, and then right out here in between the curb islands is a catch basin that needs to be fixed. This will be a 6x6 here, 6x6, evenly around the catch basin. The catch basin looks like it's in good shape, just needs a little work. This right here, I'm going to point this out to you while I'm walking. This is a major asphalt issue. Now, I don't know right now if it's the concrete that's an issue or if it's the curbing that's an issue. It might be it looks like maybe the asphalt has sunk right here. So we're gonna do a repair right here, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a 8-foot by 8-foot patch. We're gonna do this whole stall. Okay, so we're gonna do a 12 by 8. Remove this 12 by 8 section of asphalt. We're gonna remove this curbing, which right now it's not 18 feet, it's like 20 feet. 20 feet of curbing. We're gonna remove that. We're gonna put this asphalt in, but we're gonna raise up the asphalt here in the corner, get the water to slope this direction. And then what we can do is we'll push the curbing right up underneath, because it kind of looks like it has sunk. I don't think the concrete has risen up. I mean, maybe it has from a tree root in here. Maybe that's the cause of it. Yeah, you know what? It is the tree root that's causing this concrete to lift. So never mind what I was just saying on the asphalt here. We're going to do a concrete repair here on the sidewalk, and it's exposed aggregate. Okay, so this is going to be a 9x9 repair right here at 23751 and 747. So that's exposed aggregate that we'll have to remove and replace. Looks like it's 4 inches deep. You got 9x9 in this area right here, and then from here over you've got a 4x7. Okay, you can see there's one little thing of iron here. It's a 12-inch lid, and not positive what that is, not sure, but we'll have to remove that whole entryway there. You can see there's a concrete block there, so we can work around it. We'll have to go up to the door, but we'll take out at this joint, and then we'll go down the ramp to here. We can leave the curbing, but we need to rip out that concrete sidewalk there. Okay, so 4x7 and then a 9x9. We can leave this pad right here. More than likely there'll be some tree roots right around in this section in here somewhere. You see different cracks here, okay? All right, so we'll fix that concrete. Now we're gonna make our way down, look for any other repairs. Okay, so we came into the entrance, took a right. We looked at that first repair there at that first unit. But let's jump across the street here. You got one unit, and then you got the second unit here. So that means 1, 2, 3, the fourth planter on the left-hand side at 23762. Got a trip hazard here. I think that area they'd probably be able to grind down. This whole area has cracked in here, and I think an easy fix would be to just cut this asphalt right here like a little 1 foot by 6 foot piece, and then build the asphalt up right there, and it would eliminate that trip hazard there. This little trip hazard is pretty minor right now, so I'm going to try to save them a little bit of money, and we're going to do a 1 foot by 6 foot asphalt cut right here. Take it out, and then what we'll do is we'll build the concrete up right there. All right, you know what? I changed my mind. I think we need to bid this, do it right. This is a 10 by 10. 10 by 10 concrete pad here, exposed aggregate. Needs to be ripped out and replaced, so that way we can keep the flow of water continuing in this direction. If I build up that asphalt right there, I could potentially cause water to kind of puddle up in this area, and I don't want to do that. So let's just take out that concrete, and because it's probably lifted from a tree root. So if we take that out, we can get a tree root cut there, get this concrete put in the correct way, and I can feel good about that. All right, so that's that, a 10 by 10 at that location. And remember, That location is the second unit in here, the fourth planter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, so that was the fourth planter. At the fifth planter here, which is a 23778, you got the catch basin, looks okay, and this is looking all right. But in this area right here, probably need to continue this patch. Right now it is a 4-foot wide patch. It's 4 foot wide, and then you come out 24 feet. 24 feet right here. That 24-foot mark right there puts you right about centered in between the trim there and the door handle. So right about there. That's where that ends. Okay. So 24 by 4. Keep making our way down the property here. We want to make sure we crack fill all these little trenches that were done. These little repairs, they need more crack fill in them. So please make sure to fill those cracks. Don't leave them. Okay, that includes this right here too. As you see, some of these were cut in probably for irrigation. We need to put crack fill in those. Put crack fill in these patches too. Okay. All right, this is a pretty damaged area as well. Down the middle, it's starting to look pretty rough. So I think what we need to do actually is probably go from this catch basin to the next catch basin. So that means we're going to cut a 4-foot wide path. Okay, as I was walking this, I realized it's 96 feet long. So I went past the catch basin and I went all the way to this curb island that ends at 23773. And we don't need to just do the middle. We need to do this whole lane right here, because you've got asphalt failure there. You got it over there. A couple spots here. You got a low spot of asphalt by the sidewalk. So we need to cut out that whole width of the drive aisle. Okay, so you're looking at 22 feet wide by, what did I say, 95? I can't remember what that was. 22 feet wide. This means we'll be able to fix this area right here by the sidewalk where there's a trip hazard, major trip hazard. You got iron here. You got what looks like an overlay, a really thin overlay was done in here. We'll go just to the outside of all of that. Get this patch in here. And then what we'll do is, we don't have to go all the way to the curb on that end. We can keep it straight and then get this area through here done. And then as soon as we get to this area right in here, shoot and take an angle here, and we'll only go out 22 feet and get that area there. So it'll be kind of a straight shot as you get over here. Straight shot over to that sewer lid. Okay. So if you're looking from here, there's another piece of iron, by the way. So there's iron here, iron there. We'll go straight down the curb. Right there. Just a straight shot all the way down. Just to the inside of that sewer lid right here. And then get just past the catch basin all the way over and get all this area right here. Get all that area fixed. That way we're getting all this alligator area done as well. This area right here looks a little weird. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like a patch that needs to be done. So as I turn to the right in here and it comes to a dead end, you got this area right here that needs to be replaced. Okay, this area right here is a 12 by 12 by 12 right out here by 5224. We need to make sure we put that crosswalk in. As I'm out here in the back, here's one of the ADAs. This is all just crack filling here. This is starting to look a little weak and it's starting to sink, so we probably need to replace this but we're gonna go out a little bit farther. So that's just a little over 12 inches. It's like 18 inches. So it's like 1.5 feet. So we're gonna go just a 4 foot wide. 4 foot wide here. 4 foot wide by 24. Okay. As a reference, you've got the playground in the back. You got this little garage. This is right out in front of that garage. Okay, and then there's the courtyard right there. So there's a reference when looking on the aerial map. Okay. I haven't seen too many curb repairs in here. Curbs look like they're holding up. I think we might have been out here once before and did some curb repair, but looks like this focus is going to be on some asphalt repairs, crack fill, seal coat, stripe. Okay, so for reference, if you go down the hill here, it'll take you out to the entrance. So when you come into the entrance and you take a left and you come up around the circle, and you'll see there's a street that goes up. But if you keep coming straight and you've got a row of parking there, you've got one unit that's right here, this unit, and then you've got this second unit here, which has a sprinkler room. At 5321, there is a trench drain here that is clogging up, and then when it rains, the neighbor says the water goes into their garage. I see a downspout that's right here, so it might be tied into that downspout right there. So I'm going to say we remove this area of asphalt and then put in a new drain. It looks like it's all plugged up and it might even be broken. I don't know if it's traffic rated. It doesn't look like it. That's all plastic. So probably could put the same type of drain in, but they need to get it redone because it's all broken. We might have been the ones that put this in before, I don't know, but it's a 9-foot drain. Okay, so it's 9 foot standard drain here. We need to remove that, put it back in, put a new one in. Probably need to clean it out a little bit too, because it's probably all clogged up. All right, so I'm gonna say, instead of replacing all this asphalt in here, I'm gonna say we cut out a 9 foot by looks like 1 foot area here, so that we can pull that out, put in a new drain, and then fix the asphalt around it so it's nice and flush. Okay, if we see that the drain is all clogged and we can't get through there, then I guess we could talk to the customer and say, hey, what do you want to do next? But that's definitely one thing that needs to be done. Over here at 5318, which is right across the street, they've got puddling going on here when it rains, and so it's collecting a bunch of mud here. Looks like it's flowing down into their garage area. So part of this reason could be because the concrete sits lower right here than it does the asphalt. The only way to really fix that is if we took out some of this asphalt. This asphalt builds up right here, so it slopes down towards the garage, but the water's collecting right there. I think the easiest solution right here was, I was going to say to do a drain right here and then dig down so the water can absorb right there. I did this on another property here recently. We put a bid in for that, but I think really what needs to happen is this area right here, it's like a 6 foot by 1, needs to be dug out and probably dug down about 2 feet deep, and then fill it with some drain rock in that area. Could even be crushed rock, but it needs to be dug down so that way water can at least flow this direction and then filter through in the rock. So I'm guessing that's probably going to be what would need to happen. There's a gas line that's right here, so I'm not sure if that goes in this direction or if it goes in this direction, but it's a low spot right there. If we fix the concrete right in this area, we could raise that up so that it'll potentially be higher than this dirt area, but it's still, the water's still going to flow over to this corner. So I really just think it needs to be dug out, and some drain rock needs to be put into this location. As a matter of fact, when we go all the way out to this gas line, 12 inches, and go 12 feet, dig it down 2 feet, and then put in some drain rock in that location. That way water will stop hopefully there and not puddle up and cause mud right here at this unit. Okay. Okay, so as I was talking about, as you take a left from the entrance and you come up the hill, instead of going up the street, you got that row of parking, and then you have 5345 right here. Major trip hazard right here. It's not good. So that concrete needs to be ripped out and replaced, and it's exposed aggregate. You can see there's tree roots. So there'll be some tree roots to cut. We'll have to reset this lid right here. But this is all kind of sunk down. It just needs to be filled back in. So what you're looking at here is about a 6x6 area total. If you go to the joint there, come around the corner, rip this out 4 inches, put back exposed aggregate. I don't think we'll need an eco-pan on any of these, because I think we'll be able to kind of dig a hole in the landscape when we go to rinse it. Okay, 6x6 there. I was just noticing there's a crack right there too, so we should probably fix that area as well. So what you have here is you've got a 4x6 in this area, so 4x6 and 6x6 to replace, and we'll just do a nice clean saw cut right there. That way we can leave that area alone. All right. Okay, so far so good. There's one more repair that's down here. I'd like to show you that, and then we're gonna go up the street and look at the last section. All right, so this next repair is gonna be right down here on the slope as you go down the hill near the sewer lid. You got asphalt that's starting to fail a little bit right here, a little bit in this section. You got this whole area right here that looks like it's starting to crack. It's kind of built up real high right in this section here. I think this can all be crack filled right in here. That can be crack filled, and I think that area down there can be crack filled as well. But this area right here, I think, needs to be repaired. So you've got a 6 foot wide, so 6 foot wide by 15, 6 by 15. Fix this area. That should help in that area there. This right here, you got a 4x4 patch. Okay, so 4x4. This is right next to the garage here. You've got the mailbox kiosk area. So as you come around the corner, you come up the hill about 3/4 of the way. It's right there on the right hand side. Here's a repair, and it looks like it's not only this area right in here, but it looks like it's damaged over in this area too. So we're gonna go not the full width over there, but pretty close. We're gonna cut it short about 5 feet. But what you've got here is you've got a 22 foot by 22 foot section here that needs to be done. 22 by 22. So we'll go about 3/4 of the way right down here. Okay, so right here, go across to where the curb is, make an imaginary curb line, take this out, and then where the compact stalls are, there's some compact stencils in there. We'll go from the start of the stall, we'll go in 3 feet. Okay, 3 feet, and we'll cut all the way through all 3 stalls here when making this square repair, this patch. Okay, so now we're up here at the top of the hill. This goes down a little ways, and then it goes that way where that car's going, and that's where it dead ends. So we're gonna go down here and take a look at what's going on. You can see here it's some stress cracking there. This crack's not, I mean, it needs to be crack filled, but I think that's all we need to do. Okay, so then you've got this row of stalls here, and it stops. So I think the property line ends up stopping right here, right at this post. Okay, right at that post. It says no parking beyond this point. So right where this sign is, this is the boundary line. So this is the boundary line where the seal coat stops here. And all of this is part of Summerhill Village. Okay. Going across the road here, this is starting to crack in multiple areas, and you can tell it's probably going to get worse. So you got a 22 foot by 4 foot section there that needs to be repaired. 22 by 4. This area right here, probably within a year, it's probably going to get messed up in this section here. I think they might be able to leave that alone and leave this alone for right now, but it will be a future repair. Okay, right when I came up the hill and started to take a right on this back stretch, right there between the curbs is a 4x4 that needs to be repaired there. Then we got alligator cracking here, and it's over here. So we got to do a 22 foot by 16 foot repair on this side of the speed bump, and then come all the way down to about the compact in this second stall here. Okay, so 22 by 16 in this area. That means we'll go right to the seam there where this repair was done at one point, and we'll get that fixed and that fixed. Okay, this isn't looking very good either, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to extend this out an additional 6 feet, so that's 28 feet by 16. 28 feet by 16, and we'll get this whole area done, plus part of this stall and into that stall a little bit. Okay, I'm getting now to the gate. This is where the wood fence is, up here at the top of the hill. That's where the seal coat stops. It's right there at that line, just past the speed bump. Okay, make your way this way. We need to make sure that we bring out some sand when we do the crack fill, because some of these areas widen up pretty good. Like for instance, this right here, it's almost half an inch. It's about a half an inch crack right in this one area here. If we don't put sand in there before the crack fill, it'll fall underneath. So we're gonna make sure we add a little bit of sand to that, and I think that's it. That's gonna do it for this property. With all the asphalt areas I looked at, I would imagine it's going to probably take a couple days to do the asphalt out here. If we do this upper level, get some of these repairs done, and we do the west side of the property, phase 1, then we could probably do the east side on phase 2. All right, this is supposed to be for 2020, and I just noticed something right here. Sorry. So from that back gate, if you count, let's see here, if you count 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, here at the 3rd unit, at this curb here, you've got tree root damage, and we'll need to cut that out. All right, so that'll end up being a 2 foot by 8 foot repair right there, coming right off the corner of that curb, 2 by 8. All right, so that should do it. I missed that one. All right, so yeah, 2020 project. Probably 2 days on asphalt repairs, 2 days on seal coat, 1 day on striping, 1 day for power washing. Crack fill, might be able to just come out and knock out the crack fill in 1 day, or we do the crack fill while we do the phasing. So probably be smart just to do the crack fill when we come out to do the seal coat, because the cleaning and prep work isn't going to be too hard to do. So just include the crack fill with the day we do the seal coat. All right, thanks.